Hi, Leo. Welcome. So, Leo, this is going to be your reading, and we're going to get straight into it. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when it's for you. So, I feel the energy is so good today, and I'm hoping that it comes out in your reading. When I was meditating for the collective, I was feeling hopeful energy, inspiration, restful energy, comfortable energy, kind of things going your way, Leo. I also got an image of the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about destiny, divine timing, but it's just a sense of feeling fortunate, right? Feeling blessed, feeling grateful. So what a beautiful energy to start the reading with. Let's hope that the tarot matches, but we shall see what all we've got coming in for my Leos during whatever time frame they're watching this. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the card of trust. The Lovers, which is the card of commitment and love. Okay. The Knight of Cups, which I love. And then Leo, I can get it off the ground. It's your card. So, wow, what beautiful energy here. This is quite literally highlighting Leo, commitment, trust, blessings, things to be grateful for. Some of you may be working on trust or commitments during this time frame, especially for my Leos who are paired up or in a committed relationship. That relationship may feel stronger than ever. There could be blessings coming in the way of that union or relationship. For my Leos who are not currently in a committed, healthy connection, this could mean that one is on its way to you, or to just trust that things are going to come together for you in the love department. But I feel in many different ways, Leo, because love is not always simply about another person. And I'm getting the song Fall in Love Again and Again, because it's about like falling in love with life, feeling inspired by life, being excited about like what's around the next corner. And some of my favorite influential people understand this, and I'm getting a flash of a Dolly Parton interview. I don't know if I got any Dolly fans out there. I've always been fascinated with her personality because she's such a calm and well put together personality, in my opinion, and she's funny as hell. But in her interview, they were asking her, like, how do you feel about turning 80? And she was like, I don't even think about my age until somebody brings it up. I'm just always excited about what's around the next corner for me. And I just think that's so, that's so inspiring, right? To be so caught up in loving your life and having such a good experience in life that you don't even notice the time passing. Like, you don't even notice your own age or get caught up on that. So some of my Leos are aging quite gracefully, or maybe you are also a Dolly fan. I don't know. But let's get into the cards a little bit deeper and see. You have the card of breakthrough, and it's under the card of trust. You have the card of sorrow, the card of success, and the card of awareness. Now, some of you have had trust broken, right? Or a breakthrough when it comes to discovering things about yourself within partnerships or a specific partnership. There may have even been pain there or sorrow. But I feel like you're in this stage right now, Leo, where you're mostly coming out of that, where you're kind of overcoming that. And I think that you're having some success now, or feeling like you're on the better end of a situation here. With the awareness card over the Nine of Cups, this is like becoming aware of the blessing in disguise, right? Maybe what seemed like a tower moment, right? Or something that was surprising to you that caused maybe pain for you. I feel like now you're kind of getting to the other side of that situation, Leo, and beginning to see it for what it really was, which I feel was a blessing in disguise, or a blessing came out of that situation, right? So let's go deeper and get more definitive details as to what Leo can expect. Yeah, some of you definitely went through the ringer here. Three of Swords, the Magician, heartache, broken trust is primarily the thing that I'm getting here. With the Magician, there could have been manipulation involved, or, you know, and or I could read this as like having, yeah, never mind, because now I see the other card, the Five of Cups. I was going to say having the tools to move through that, which you absolutely do, but I feel like more so, like a lot of you went through something that required you to work on yourself, to like dive deep, to dig deep. You have the card of sorrow falling under the card of sorrow, but I feel like this is kind of what you overcome, right? Some of you feel that you were manipulated in the past, hurt, taken advantage of. There could have been regrets, there could have been guilt, things of that nature. And I can't tell if this is coming from you, Leo, or the person or people you're connecting with, but you will know, right? And for some of you, it really required you, or is requiring you, if it's current state, to face your demons, to kind of look your fears in the eye and overcome them, right? I sense trust issues here. And this could be stemming from the past or from that situation, or it could still be something that's lingering for you, especially for my Leos who find themselves like not really wanting to commit, or like non-committal at the moment, which is fine. Take your time. The Eight of Pentacles is saying like, hey, you're working on it. You're making progress, whether you can visualize that or see that for yourself or not. But some of you still have some really deep emotions that you're dealing with here with the moon. You know, and with the sun here, this is like trying to kind of pull yourself out of a dark place, Leo. So some of you have had to literally, or are literally pulling yourself out of a dark place and kind of finding your balance among all of this emotional energy. Yeah, a lot of you, this is old stuff or something from the past, or about someone from the past with the Six of Cups here. But you know what? It's only past tense. Well, let me reframe it to you this way. If we're talking about it in the now, then it's no longer the past. Think about that. If you're talking about it now, then you're taking a past event and making it present, because anything you talk about is active now, right? So even when you recall memories, talk about old traumas, you know, bring up old conversations, they're not old anymore. They're new now because you're bringing them into the now. So all that to say, Leo, is like, be careful about continually bringing the past into the now by conversating about it, by reminiscing, by talking about it, unless that's what you want, you know, because I can see that as a positive, but I can also see it as a negative. It's a negative if it makes you feel bad to talk about it, right? As opposed to like healing it or talking to feel better. And now if it makes you feel better, then that's a totally different story. But pay attention to how you feel when you recall something. And if it brings back old pain, then it's not worth recalling until you're a little bit more past it. So that's just kind of something to keep in mind here for you, Leo. I can actually hear my dog in here. Hold on a second. But I hear him chewing on something, and I know he doesn't have a toy, so that makes me a little nervous. Doc, come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Come. Oh, okay. It's his ball. I was making sure. All I could hear is a gnawing on something, and I was like, what does he have? Okay, it's your ball. That's okay. You can chew on that, but don't chew on it in here because it's really loud. Oh, okay. You want me to throw your ball? He doesn't care that I'm doing a tarot reading right now. Okay. Anyways, back to you, Leo. Let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, what else? We have the Emperor here. All right. Now, the Emperor is about confidence. It's about control. It's a very dominating masculine energy. You have the Hermit here as well, which is about internal reflection. And then the Five of Wands. So some of you still feel conflicted, right? Some of you feel, if this is recent, some of you feel like you're still owed an apology. So let me read this two different ways. Some of you, this is like something that's in the past that hurt you. You have overcome it. You're on the other side of it, but yet you still feel like conflicted at times, or that you're owed something still. Okay. For others of you, this is recent, or maybe even going to be playing out in the near future. And there's like a shakeup here that, hurts you emotionally, and it does cause some sorrow, and yet it balances out the scales of karma. And yet it kind of re-triggers old wounds from the past. And there will be an apology possibly, or sometimes I can see the Page of Cups as like an olive branch almost. But I can also see it as emotional immaturity. So past, present, future, doesn't matter. Some of you will be in all of those categories, but you get what I'm saying, right? There's some sort of tug of war here going on, and this is on an emotional level. And I definitely got the word feeling triggered, emotionally. Some of you are getting triggered emotionally about something that you thought you've already done the work on. You thought that you've already overcome. And, sometimes that happens. Like, we think that we're over something until we're not. You know what I mean? Like, I have been there several times in my life where I'm like, I'm totally over that. You can't hurt me with that again, only for it to bubble up later on, and there I'm crying again. So, it just kind of depends how sensitive you are, or how sensitive you're feeling, Leo, as if something's going to get to you. And I feel like there's a possibility here of something getting to you, or someone getting to those heartstrings here, Leo, especially if you have your heart out on your sleeve, because sometimes the Page of Cups can also be naive. But let's see. Okay. Let's see what else. Yeah, this time frame is protecting your space, protecting your peace. Some of you are keeping your emotions bottled up though, or another person could be doing this. I feel like a very closed off energy as well. Like, and I keep getting the song Fair Play, which I got in the Taurus reading, maybe. Look back. One of the readings I just did was titled Fair Play. What goes around comes back around. The King of Swords here, is very cold, very detached energy. This could be you or somebody that you're dealing with. They could be, if it's somebody you're dealing with, they're definitely holding, holding grudges. I'll just say it. They're holding grudges, period. And or, if I want to say it nicer, they are keeping things to themselves, okay? And there is a sense of like what goes around comes around here. And there's a sense of coldness, detachment here. And yet they're doing this out of a place of self-protection. Or if you, Leo, are the one who's holding on to things and being a bit detached, you're doing it out of a sense of self-protection. So I could see that either way. But internally, whether you know it or not, or whether this person knows it or not, somebody's getting triggered here. Somebody is feeling that tug, that back and forth, someone here feels that they're owed an apology, whether that's you or another person. whoever the person that is hurt, okay? And then this is maybe for one person, I heard don't act so innocent. I take that only if it resonates, that part. Don't act so innocent. And the Ace of Pentacles. So there's this huge opportunity here at the same time, right? To face some of your own demons, your own fears, to overcome some sort of struggle here. If it's around trust, to rebuild trust if there was broken trust, right? Whether that's with you or another person. But there's a lot to resolve, okay? And I feel like there's a lot of internal conflict going on. There's a big opportunity here, though, to go into the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is like the next chapter of a story or the next chapter of your life. Okay, there's a song. It says, F the apologies. Don't get it twisted. I cannot hear the rest of it. If you know the title of that based off of those two lyrics, one, you rock, but also, can you put it in the comments? So anyways, take that only if that part resonates. The Seven of Cups, but there is some confusion about what lies ahead for you in the next chapter. And I feel like that's what the Strength card is all about. And that's what the encouragement about going with the flow is, and staying inspired and, you know, looking for the blessing in a situation. Because remember, the energy that I felt at the beginning of the reading, Leo, was so positive. So it's about how long you can stay in that positive space, because there will be truth and there will be the answers here. So let's see. You will get the answers. And I also heard reach out. Somebody could be doing that. You could be doing that. Okay, advice card. Memories. Your memories are like diamonds in the treasure of your chest of your spirit. More and more memories seem to be arising within you. Only remember the happier moments with your loved ones, for neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. So this is funny that it's bringing up memories, because I was just saying about, like, when you talk about the past and the now, it is now a part of the now, no longer a part of the past. So if you're going to focus on the past, focus on the best parts and let go of the rest, because you can't change it. And certainly talking about it is not going to change it either. So honor that. And then take whatever lessons you needed to learn from the past. That's all you need to take forward with you, is that knowledge. So keep that in mind, Leo. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or have in your own chart. Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Pisces again, Libra, Leo, Gemini, Aries. Aquarius. Those are the predominant signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And until next time, my friends. Oh, sorry. Find me on Facebook. Comment down below. You like these readings? You like that they're free? I love doing them for you. But y'all gotta help a sister out and keep my view count up. So you could do that by commenting below, even if it's a heart, just to say hi. Tell me where you're at. Tell me where you live, whatever. I read them all. Also share, like, subscribe if you haven't, so you don't miss out on any of my Sunday lives. I go live also on Facebook. I'm doing a little book club over there right now, but I also do daily readings. So check those out. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of my Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, TTWD24. Wishing you the best either way. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, my friends, namaste.